So you can see that our location is right here, and we're in the Penn Forest. We're coming up on this lost lane, and our next stop is Spring Hill. And so I'm not sure, again, if there's a fire tower here, but this area right in here should be where the Pygmy Forest is. And, you know, we'll just have to seek it out, so to speak. But, you know, we're not that far.
Come on, baby, lie with me till the morning. Love me like you do, and I'll forget that we're broken. I know it's getting late, but I wanna stay anyway. Stay anyway. We never put a label on it, didn't talk about us, so it's only now when it's over. You can't let me go. I think you really need me to, but never said it out loud.
So imagine my awe when I reached the top of that sand hill and stepped out of the Gladiator and saw this view in front of me. Thousands of acres of dwarf trees, 4 and 5 and 6 foot tall, as far as my eyes could see. People have been studying the pine plains for over 100 years. Now, I'm no tree expert. However, from what I've read, no one can fully explain where this comes from. The Pygmy Pines are a natural wonder. Almost everyone agrees that forest fires have something to do with that, but when you consider that forest fires occur throughout the Pine Barrens, why here? Why here in just a small fraction of the total acreage of the Barrens? 12,000 acres in all. Why aren't the rest of the almost 1.4 million acres dwarf? So what we're experiencing here is something of a phenomena. Perhaps it'll never be fully explained.
Now we're getting into a normal, this is a young forest, believe it or not. That Pygmy Forest is older than the forest the part of the forest we're driving in right now. This is Penn Forest now. Not Penn, I'm sorry, Bass River North State Forest. And all of a sudden, bingo, here we go. We're back to normal. So that's where we are. We're gonna, when we get to this major, this is where we are. When we get to this major trail here, we're gonna hang a left. This is Suey Road, and we make another left when we intersect Suey Road, and that should take us all the way back down into the Penn Forest.
Like I miss you now. Maybe I have gotten used
So we certainly appreciate you coming along with us, both Stella and I, to visit the Pygmy Forest today. And it was the first time I've ever seen it. It's an amazing place, at least I think so. Hopefully you do too. And if you consider the fact that it's the largest forest of its kind in the world, and it's also very rare. In the United States, there's, I think, only 2 other places where something like that occurs. One is in New York State, or I think it's out on Long Island, perhaps. And the other is in, I believe, in California, somewhere on the West Coast. But nonetheless, it's just an amazing thing to see, isn't it? I mean, all of those trees are just as old as the trees around me right now, 40, 50, 60 years old, 70 years old, but they don't grow any larger than a few feet. And although they believe that forest fires have something to do with it, and they've adapted to the fires and such, nobody's really sure of all of the factors of what creates a pine plain or a dwarf forest. So we got to see that today. We, again, appreciate you tuning in for this episode. Hopefully you found it interesting, entertaining. Hopefully you learned something. And if you did, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button to come along with us on future adventures, and we really appreciate it. Hope to see you down the road.